This is Brady Rosemid live in the Forbidden Library, and today, can you guess? It is Tuesday. So it's Limbus Day! Da, da, da. That was kind of rude of me, really, wasn't it? I told you to guess, and then I didn't give you time to guess. That was actually kind of rude. But anyway, hello everyone and welcome! Welcome Rahel, welcome Kevlar, welcome Howdy, welcome Exnum, welcome Nimby, welcome Dreaming Author, welcome. I'm not bald! I have beautiful blonde locks, thank you very much. Brimbo? A bribo? A brimbo? Sounds like you want to say bimbo. Brimbo robe shmeesh. I like that. I have a question. Should I gamba? I have a lot of lunacy, you see. Look at all my lunacy. Not that. We don't want to buy lunacy. I have a lot of lunacy. And there's a Gregor and a Rodian. And beautiful bum wig. It's not a wig. No, don't gamba yet. But I don't have a good Gregor or Roddy yet. There's a super strong in the update. Okay. There's gonna be a really OP Faust. Bunny Faust? Okay, I'm sold. Fair enough. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait, because look, I have like some tickets and stuff too, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready. But I guess if there's super cute bunny girl Faust coming up, then I can't not. We can't not be rolling for bunny girl Faust, so that's very important. We will gamba next time. When's that? Is that a couple weeks away? Or maybe like next week? I want it to be next week. Can it be next week? That would be lovely if it was next week. Depressed eye patch bunny Faust. Is it the same as Bunny Ryoshu? The same team? It's on Thursday. Wonderful. So we'll be here next week. So next Tuesday we'll roll for bunny Faust. Yeah. Yeah, but way stronger. Wonderful. As long as she has the cute tail, too. I mean, that's one of the best things about that Ryoshu. Same team as Bunny Ryoshu, but she's the leader-in-law. Oh, that's gonna be fun. For now, we'll continue with plot, then. Age of Humanity. And no, humanity's a little overrated. I don't... Spice Bush, we're not actually going to use it. Edit team support. Since we're getting a Faust, let's use a different Faust today. Since we're going to be potentially Faust floofs all. The one floof to rule them all. Regret. Since we won't need a support Faust soon, hopefully. Age of Humanity is better. It is. Everything's better with tea. So what happened? We had the break-in at the lab. And then we got hired to go check out the rest of the site that they had to abandon recently. Due to the terrorists / technological freedom fighters. The group remained consistently noisy until the moment we arrived. Only in tranquility can art bloom in full grace. Oh, hi, Hard! I forgot about Hard. There's always going to be a snobby jerk on any team. So, fun thing on this background is the logo on the left. Ooh. That's... Or at least they had the come on, brain. Come on, words. The terrorist group had the painted X over logos on their shirts, but I never got to see what those logos were because they were kind of folded. And that's the K-Corp logo, so they're anti-K-Corp, I am assuming. Shred, my baby. Yeah, we love Discount Hard. She's cute. With her... We love an oversized lab coat. It's adorable. I must agree. I can't tell if they're here to haggle or request or hang out. They loosen up too easily. Lobcorp logo. Covered by an X-Corp. Oh. And then crossed out. So there's a logo behind it? I didn't quite see that. Interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. If there's any one unfortunate thing, however, it's that we won't encounter any abnormalities here. Why does this person keep talking to me? I can't talk to him. Why is he still talking to me? To tell you the truth, the first encounter with abnormalities was a serious, shocking revelation. He's just really enjoying having a brick wall of a person to talk to who has no opinion. Well, has opinions, but can't voice them. He's a conversation hog. It was hybrid, so to speak. I wouldn't have been able to conceive such a concept as developing a new source of energy from the human subconscious. I believe that the so widespread standard... what was it again? Right. The age of humanity is coming to an end. Now is the age of the superior minds. Not too many have realized this with their hearts yet. He's an absolute mansplainer. I can see why Hod doesn't like him. What's an age of humanity? You have no idea how glad I was to have you on board, because I get to talk to you and you can't talk back. Some one-sided conversations was much worse than the ones I have with Virgilus. Was it even considered conversation if one of us never communicated their thoughts to the other? Shh. I hear some movement. I think you're the only one here who has to keep his mouth shut. Oh, I love it. It's very... no, wait. I was going to say it's very brave to have a main player character that no one understands except some very specific characters. But it's not too bad. Hi, Clint. How's K-Cob treating us? Not bad. Much better than when we first got here. We got a tour of a laboratory. We got to see a bunch of chickens get murdered. And then, no. Have their limbs taken off and then regenerated. It was good times. Oh, I see. This is the, that's the regret thing. This is the thing. This is the Bluntium. I remember. Bluntium smack. Donk, 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 donk. I remember. It's a good subversion from the usual silent gatcha protagonist. This time, he's not silent, he's just unable to communicate. It is! Because the only other one I can think of that's like remotely like that. You did. The timing on that bonk member was so good, I thought it was coming from the game. I thought it was Faust's hammer making that noise. I don't see any terrorists. Relax, I brought plenty of regenerative ampules, so those murder machines can rampage all they want, but... It didn't come through for you guys, did it? Did it? Let me check. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah. It did not. Oh, I'm sorry. It's very hard to be specific on that. That's the alerts. That's. Let me just fix this a hot minute. Effects. There we go. If I close that, does. That should work. Okay, cool. Anyway. Relax, we bought plenty of regeneration. An ominous noise buzzed from the stopped machines. Alright! You hear me? I got plenty mad thinking you might have thought we ran off, so I'm sending you a message verbally. I'm about to tell you something real important, so listen up! Oh, what was that noise? Dot 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 dot. Oh, hi there, Sinclair. Welcome. A pause to rouse the tension. Good. Why are they so goofy? It's that you are. You're a bunch of worthless worms. Got him. Got him. Yeah, that's right. You're just worms. Give me a break. That was all is for this loads of nonsense. They're so goofy. The goofiest of goofers. Gregor approached the speakers with a grumble, scratching the back of his head. Wait, Gregor! After playing the voice, the machine suddenly starts to heat up and inflate. The machine is heating up to unnatural degrees, its components expanding. Oh yeah, I forgot about Nico! He's so fabulous. Goofy goober terrorist, goofy goober terrorist, goofy goober terrorist. Where's our local goober? There's normally one already in the chat by now. Hello, San. Bunch of lunatics break into a lab and kill people, but they are somehow the goofiest goobers while doing it. Oh my, it really is. That's a telltale sign of an imminent explosion. Bye, Gregor! Indeed, that means... Wait a moment! Get away from the damn machine! Heathcliff clicked Gregor away from the machine. Aw, Heathcliff! You didn't have to save him. Hi, Gaming Aussie. Yeah, we're on this part. They must have used what little time they had to place traps like this. Their dedication is admirable. I'm raring to see the mastermind behind this. He is so positive. Are all researchers like that? This really doesn't feel like the time for admirations. Canto's kind of mid. Expect peak on the next one. Oh, Sinclair's was pretty good. The one before this was good. Oh no, the skill check. I'm not ready for a skill check. What do you mean I have to have skills? I can't just press the go button? What kind of app game is this? Well, it's the auto button. Such is our fate. Heathcliff saves Gregor's baby. Saved Pablo. He didn't care about Gregor, he just wanted to save Pablo. We need to play Spot the Pablo though, because we have a new Gregor ID, therefore Spot the Pablo has to be done again. This kind does too many filler battles, but apart from that, it is really good. You just have to be patient and read everything. Read books. I like reading books. This is the channel for the books of the reading. We will read. We gotta be big brain. I disagree. This Canto was good. It could have been great if it wasn't so long. So it's a little bit This Canto is divisive by the sounds of it. Disagree. This Canto's peak if you love copious amounts of narrative backstory. I like narrative backstory. Let's do a Don today. Let's do Teacup Don. That looks good. Go! Fair enough. We all have opinions. Win rate, win rate, win rate, win rate. I look forward to this then. If I want backstory. I love backstory in law. I love sitting there reading notes. We spent basically a whole stream doing that at the moment I unlocked Dante's notes. And I will be checking them periodically to make sure we read the entirety of Dante's notes. It's very important. illiterate enough to be a PM fan. I like to read, but I can't read. If you need evidence of that, please go to my reading streams. Will this blow up once it stops working like the last one? I relate this Canto because I have a friend with the same existential issues as he sang. Aww. What's shameless advertising, Kevin? What have I done? Oh wait, of my reading streams? Yeah, shameless advertising. It's my channel. I can advertise whenever I want. As we suspected, the halted machine began to play an ominous noise. Alright, so this is the second time you killed my machines, right? Let's see... You're a bunch of roaches! I feel like that's racist against Gregor specifically. That do nothing other than just crawl on the floor. It's okay, it's okay. Don't let it get you down, Greg. Wasn't feeling anything. I consider this Canto the first peak Canto of all the Cantos, after which are all peak. I don't know, I liked Sinclair's. I thought Sinclair's was very good. Sinclair's was so hardcore edgy. I loved it. I love edgy shit with small characters like that who just have so much trauma. I love the trauma bus. It was great. Canto 2 is kind of compared to this. Canto 2 was great. I will not. I get it wasn't a masterpiece like some of these other Cantos are, but Canto 2 was a masterpiece in its own way. In the comedy was absolute gold, and I laughed so hard, and it made me so happy. Because of peak music, yes. I'm sure Brady Rose Smith won't shamelessly advertise that she has a Patreon containing books that has made some games, and there's also a Kofi and becoming a member budgets. Yeah, I would never shamelessly advertise that I made a game, I made a visual novel with 60 endings, and you can get it on itch.io for $3, and that I do have a Patreon, and you do get short stories every month, and you get exclusive streams and things like that, and yeah, anyway. I mean, Sinclair's was okay until Tactical Twinny was deployed. Tactical Twink? I love the Tactical Twink! I look forward to finding out more about the Tactical Twink. I do make emotes too, Kevlar! I do! You got my Kofi! And you can commission me to make emotes. So I get down Twink deployed! Where's my Tactical Twink for this one? So, go on, keep crawling like the bugs you are. Novel size Phantom! Demian deployed! Why bother looking up when you'll be spending all your lives on that flat dimension of the surface, am I right? I understand now. Once the machines stop functioning, they play a pre-recorded voice clip, then explode seconds after. It is unclear what purpose they are meant to serve, but all the machines are equipped with the same mechanisms. Pre-recorded? Huh, I didn't see that one coming. Everyone's making fun of you, eh, buggy bloke? Sure is baffling how the whole world is bending over backwards to mock me. Being Gregor is pain. Yeah, same reaction. Hmm? Oi, oi! What's wrong with you now? What's the matter, Ishmaeli? You alright? Yeah, I'm just feeling a little queasy.
크게 신경 쓰지 않으셔도 돼요. 이제 괜찮아요.
Is that a little blush? Because we cared about her? What a sweetie. You don't have to mind me, I'm fine now. There's something I've been meaning to ask. What kind of organization is this Technology Liberation Alliance? Yeah, Herc is normally like a you're nearly sick sound. Gagging. Hair! Ishmael is like 70% hair. Why do you bother asking such questions? All we need to know about them is that it's a terrorist organization with a hollow name. Their values are irrelevant to us. You never know what use the information might have, Altus. Canto 5 is lakeception, lake inside a whale inside a lake inside. I look forward to that. I know little about them myself. I did hear that someone who used to work in K-Corp Laboratory is now one of the organization's core members, though I don't have the detail as this took place before I joined the firm. She was an outstanding researcher who was once awarded the Best Company Award, much like Dong Rang is now. What? How do you know that? I saw her name on one of the plaques in the trophy room. When you say it's mandatory for someone of my occupation to remember all the names in there, why do you keep peeking in there anyway? They do be Moby Dicking. Moby Dicking about. What could be the reason a high-praised employee decided to join terrorists? What does Z-Corp do? They're a zoo corp, so they're kind of like the carnival, but they're officially a zoo. Limbus Company! Yes, indeed. Welcome to this PUBG, man. Sleep pills. Oh, yeah, they could do sleep pills. I believe you saw her once earlier. She was enthusiastically destroying my lab. Right around when Xian and I joined the company, she was, well, rather famous within the firm. I heard rumors that she had wanted to test the limits of K-Corp's technologies. Then one day, rumors about her leaving the laboratory spread. Zebra Corp, they are entirely decorated in zebras. They are entirely decorated. They're also fused with zebras as well. Z-Corp is where people get booted. Hello, Amina. Rather, there are 26 wings, but the map we've only seen 25 districts. Saying that's where you head up. Well, there's a fanon answer and the funny answer, because Z-Corp may not exist because they're on the map. Hello, cool dog. That would be interesting. I mean, they could exist. It could be that Z-Corp is like a secret corp. Maybe they're secret. Super duper secret. No one knows about them. Let's have the other bunny girl today. Go. They do have a fair amount of lunacy, yes. You forgot a word? I know that feeling. Hello, local goober. Watching a video when it cut to this. Whee! Ah, this corridor must be the last. Once we're past here, we're at the edge of the facility. After I retrieve my precious items from there, I'll give you the ownership of the Golden Borough, as promised.
결국 그 테러 조직들은 코빼기도 비추지 않고 다 튀어버린 것 같아.
Feels like this is gonna end on a rotten note. You gonna be okay with that? Those terrorists really must have run off, seeing how none of them showed up.
계약의 내용은 연구실의 탈환이었으니까요.
It was part of the contract to reclaim the laboratory.
그래서 누누이 말하지 않았습니까, 동랑님?
That's why I kept tailing you, Don Rang. When you drafted a contract, you have to be meticulous and calculating, and write it in a way that favors us. Let's get going. Fortunately, I didn't see any killing machines here. However, a couple of unwelcome figures appeared in front of us. Be on guard, Executive Manager. Someone is ahead of us. Yeah, but they aren't holding any weapons. They may be unarmed, but you are incredibly weak and fragile civilian, Executive Manager. Oh, okay. Thanks. How necromancer it is. Briny bus buck not Briny bus Briny book buskin. No one can convince me that Angelic or the people of the city in general just reproduce asexually. Just kind of will the baby into existence. I mean, given like the life cycle and how easy it is for everyone to die in this universe, it wouldn't surprise me if people just kind of clone. How do you even think about dating in the city? Thanks, Altis. Though I do take that back slightly, because I think one of the greatest things about Limbus Company is we have seen kind of the normal city a bit more, and that there are people who kind of just live their lives normally. S-Corp! I see. Oh my. It runs asexual reproduction programs. That makes sense, yes. Thanks, Altis. You can't count. You can only outnumber us by a huge margin. Don't be a baby. Here at last, worms. The same voice that played from the machine, then there's the same face we saw earlier. So is this the lady that ran away? Where were your other members, senior researcher Ran? Oh, you managed to bring more help in. That means managed to bring more help in that mess, I see. Put away that senior crap. We haven't even known each other for long. Don't you see what's going on? We're biased since Love Court Library Numbers focuses on people more likely to die. That's true. There's probably people who have like mundane problems in the city. They've all evacuated, and here I am, buying time for them. I was about to say, to be fair, places we saw in LOR are kind of the worst places. Yeah, there's some people who are okay. That's interesting. We thought we stormed in unexpectedly, yet you knew in advance and escaped. Commit minor amount of tomfoolery. Yes, very minor amount of tomfoolery. Yeah, that's the thing that convinced me the most, is seeing Sinclair's like normal-ish school life. Like, that obviously it didn't end well, but the fact that there was a normal school means there probably are plenty of normal schools. Distortion Detective shows that most people live in normal, meaningless lives, spending all income on survival and protection fees. That makes sense. Because you're worms, look at you, getting all cocky after receiving the Best Employee Award. Raiding here, dare trying to catch us. You've got a big mouth. You think you're better than us? You're outnumbered, like you said. That noggin of yours probably doesn't know any. Of yours probably knows you'd better surrender, eh? Let's say I do. It's clear what you'll do with me. You'll neutralize me and keep me barely alive. curing me with your flaunted generation ampules. Rinse and repeat until you get the answers you want.
그럼 저희가 원하는 답을 한
Sounds
번에
like a
내주면
problem that can be
그만이죠.
prevented by giving us the answers right away. Am I asking too much?
당연하지.
Of course you are.
우리는
Unlike
먹이만을
you,
주는 먹이만
we aren't
받아먹으면서
planning to live like roaches that feed on whatever is provided from above.
자꾸 성질 돋우네.
The city tomfoolery involves nearly wiping out the middle, of course. Of course! Classic tomfoolery. Yeah, life inside a wing seems good, but the wings have a habit of falling apart sometimes. This is really getting on my nerves.
이제 놀아주는 거
Ah, whatever. I've had enough of toying with you.
뭐 하는?
What are you trying to...
그래.
That's right.
당장 눈앞에서
Show your
벌어지는
curiosity on what's
거는
happening immediately
그게
before your
연구자의 올바른
eyes.
자세지.
That's how a research should be.
선배,
Ran. With an ear-piercing noise, the building was engulfed in an explosion. All that remained is charred stain. That hurt a lot. Are you alright, Mr. Donrang? I'm fine. Someone in Dante's party pushed me away as soon as the blast was heard. You know, the quiet fellow with intimidating eyes. Mersault!
저도 구하려고 했습니다.
I was going to do the same, but I was standing
머리가
too far
살짝
away.
모자랐을 뿐이고요.
Alright, Samjo. I was gonna do that. Okay, Samjo.
아슬아슬했네요.
Oh, that was close. After taking the impact for the others, Don Quixote and Mersault had been flung all the way to supporting columns. Two columns supporting the building, their backbones fully exposed. Don Quixote in particular was impaled on a pillar. Oh, sweet. Never trust anyone with pink hair. Noted.
없이 몸을 던질 수 있었던 건
It must be the faith that they come back to life at any time that prompted them to jump into danger without hesitation. It's okay. We'll make her better.
어떤 마음이나 정 같은 것 때문에
Not out of any sort of friendship or affinity, isn't that right? You say this, but Don Quixote is in fact our favourite idiot, and I think she would do that regardless. Don Quixote couldn't give any answers, whether due to death or the pointing edge stabbing through her mouth. Mersault, you were alive? It was my directive to protect the manager and see the company's mission is accomplished.
역시 그런 거겠죠.
That must be it, yes. How convenient.
재생 앰플 없이
You can recover your body without using regeneration ampules. Yeah, we can, but it hurts, bro. That implies I mean, Anya Forger can read minds and shit. You shouldn't trust her. I don't know, the ampule looks handier.
슈레인느 씨도 괜찮으십니까?
Right, is Miss Shen alright? And the other
해결사분들
fixers?
저희는 끝도
We're
없네요.
perfectly sound.
충격은 전부
Your
너
group
쪽으로
blocked the pass
퍼진
for us.
덕분에
So,
이쪽은
we turned out fine.
피해가 없어. 그래서 재생 앰플을
That's why you haven't been
받지 않았던
taking the
거구나.
ampules. The
저
clock
시기가
has special
꼭 알고
powers.
있었던 거였어.
맞습니다.
Indeed.
제가 철저한
After all, I
검증과
recruited
조사로
them.
모셔오신 분들이니까.
After those screening and testing. I see. Hold on.
가져온
All the
앰플들이
ampules I bought are useless now.
없어졌-
I mean, you guys can use them. I can only use the clock on my sinners, so. For some reason, Shrien let out a defeated laugh and drops the ampules in her bag on the floor. It's true. For them looking at it from a perspective that excludes me, this certainly is a convenient power. Yuji, he does! And I would trust Yuji. I trust Yuji. I don't trust Scooter! I trust Yuji. He's just a dumb bum. He's just a good boy. I also trust Madoka, and she has pink hair. Fatal consequences can be reversed. The only price is me having to bear the pain. No, wait. Is this really fine? And where does this time to rewind come from? Clockface, stop dawdling about. That yellow-haired lass is dying. Thoroughly ravaged by the blast, Heathcliff pointed at Don Quixote. Hurry up. Turn it. Oh, this hurts. An awful lot. On it. Yeah, if Don Quixote's still alive with that much damage, he was probably in a lot of pain. All pink-haired people cannot be trusted until proven otherwise. For example, I have some trust for Mika. Understood. I trust Luca from Vocaloid. Heathcliff has shown concern for others an awful amount of times this Canto. I think Heathcliff feels like that very differently from the book. He feels like that kind of person that, like, once you've... He's really prickly, but once you've gotten through that sort of wall and he's deemed you someone that he either respects or cares about a little bit, he's like, no, mine now. I get to bully this, no one else does. It's Heathcliff pre-madness. Heathcliff was never pre-madness! If he's ever met a Catherine in his life, he's not pre-madness. It didn't take long for baby Heathcliff, though. Yes, Heathcliff was always an asshole, that much is for sure. He was always pretty angry. Most of the time, that was because of his bullying older brother when he was younger. Probably spoiling Canto 6. I am so excited for Canto 6. Heathcliff's the only one out of this lot that I've actually read his original book for, so... I will spoil the shit out of Canto 6. I'm incredibly excited for it. Mersault's turn. What we got? The bullying helped in the wrong direction. Fabulous Mersault. I love Fabulous Mersault. Let's go. He wasn't absolutely insane, really, until Catherine died. That was the moment where he was like, fuck existence, I'm gonna fuck everyone's life up. Except for Nelly. Nelly gets it. Nelly's okay. Nelly at least got it light. She didn't really... He cared for her a little bit. Nelly's the only one he seemed to care for a little bit. Me when reading Hellscreen to spoil Canto, like, what the hell? I know this is wild, but Hellscreen's Ryoshu? And it's a short one, isn't it? That's on my list. I need to get that one read. I want to read that. I want to read Law and Order and Don Quixote and the Demian book. I want to read all their books. Canto 9 or whatever. Metamorphosis as well, which is obviously Gregor's book. So much to read. But I also love a game that encourages so much reading. It's wonderful. Hellscreen is fun for a stream. Oh, I'll definitely put that on the stream list then. We'll do that on a Sunday. Give him a poke, Mersault! Pew! Yasha is your wife. Good wife. She's quite scary though. I still love Roger the best. She's wonderful. I love a funny wine aunt lady. Hello Scarlet Moon, welcome. Limbus Heathcliff actually has friends to call him out on his worst impulse. That's true. I think that's the biggest difference, I guess, between the Heathcliff of the book and the Heathcliff of Limbus, is that he's not isolated. That's probably one of the biggest issues he had. Because he had Catherine, but then Catherine got taken away. And then it was just him. And Nellie got taken away as well. Nellie was the only other one as well, so... He was isolated and just became more and more angry, and then was had to live with people who hated him, so he hated them back, and he just got stuck in that cycle of hatred, and it was bad. Oh, we're gonna go down there now. Down, down. Gimme, lunacy! Yay! I would love a Faust wife, but you're solidly Dante Faust cap. That is always awkward when you really like a character, but you're really into a ship with that character, so you're like, damn, she's taken! Oh, Captain! In her true form.
어머, 부탁드려요.
Captain Ishmael. Oh, it's perfect. Peak Ishmael. You're solidly Sinclair Ryoshu. I can see how that ship works. Because obviously Sinclair can like translate her all the time, so like there's a connection. Read her S2. I will next turn. There was a poll on the most popular ships, and number 1 was Yi Sang and Faust. That makes sense. The 2 smart cookies, who have like more history than the others have together, that makes a lot of sense. Translator Ryoshu. I do see Sinclair and Ryoshu more like mum and son. Skill. Skill 2. Pursue them to the end! Harpoon of obsession to me! Do not fear. Since Heath and Ish may be single, depending on what point of the book they are, I ship them. Sinclair's like a magnet for dangerous murder women. He is! You know that like image of like the girl sitting on the sofa with all the men behind her? That's Sinclair with all the murder women. Yeah, I thought so. It makes sense. Hello, Renta. It's going well. We're chugging our way through Canto 4. Peak. It's peak Ishmael. Ishmael in her truest form. This isn't an ID, this is just what Ishmael is. Fun fact, the only words only Ishmael's eyes glow are the ones where she's Heathcliff's boss. Only worlds even. That's funny. Yi Sang and Faust are like the vanilla end. That makes sense. Like I said, it makes sense. They know each other pretty well. They have more history than the rest. They're both the smart cookies. They're mom and dad of the team. It makes sense they get shipped. Like I said, it's a bit vanilla, but it makes sense. I'll say, yeah, excited. One more day to the next update. Yes, and I've heard we have a really good ID coming in, and I have a lot of lunacy charged up. So let's do some rolling. Ideal ship. Ishmael and Heathcliff share quite a bit of IDs. I can see why those two make sense together. I've lost a lot of my team here. What is going on? Bunny Faust, yeah. I'm gonna roll for Bunny Faust. Yay, we win! I would say Roger and Greg are mum and dad. Yeah, I guess. I suppose if Roger and Greg are mum and dad, then I'd say Yi Sang and Faust are like the grandparents who just kind of like, no, we should be doing it like this. Hello, Icy Gaming, welcome. Average win rate, yes, win rate to win. Hello, good. Oh, wow, to you too. What did you miss? A bit of Canto 4. That's what you missed. Traitor? There's a traitor in our midst. By the sheer amount of Bull Faust kit, as I'll be A, surprised if she isn't busted, and B, I'm scared of how Honglu ID will be. I have a good Honglu ID though. I don't want another good Honglu ID. I would. Ooh, that one. That looks. Oh, but what this she looks so cute here. Just chill. And here she's eating. Roger's pretty goddamn. Yeah, 13k lunacy. Shrene, you've got shrapnel wounds. Are you sure you don't want to use an ampule? I'm fine. That Shren fella, she kind of looks kind of blank-faced. Is she okay? Blank-faced, huh? Of course. She couldn't be so carefree. Three ships are Heath and Ishii, Greg and Roger, Faust and Yisang. I was about to say, Sinclair and Don Quixote seems to be a big ship as well. And that's a very cute ship. Just maintain the agenda! I'm behind that agenda. I love the idea of the babies. The babies being cute and romantic. This makes it evident. Pretty sure Faust will be the new ID with the most status effects. Yay! Status effects! Probably, Angela. Probably or not quite. Hello, welcome. I'd agree with shit done set, except there's a better Don ship later on. There's a better Don ship later on! The terrorists long since made their leave. All that's left were bloodthirsty murderers hell-bent on killing us. I've made my judgment. Hey, what do you think? Aldous nudged her head at Mersault. I agree with it. What are you two talking about? There's a traitor in our ranks. No doubt remains in the matter. It's thanks to this spy that our course and plans were leaked from the moment we departed. To prevent further damage, it's right to dispose of them here and now. A traitor? I blankly watched as he brought up a concept foreign to me. As it's unlikely to be one of us, the rational course of action is to suspect your institute's lackeys. The mission must be abandoned. Executive Manager, to allow ourselves to be involved in this nonsense is... I'm repulsed by your accusations. Are you seriously suspecting us? I can assure you that we trust each other better than new people who have been in the same firm for the year, who haven't even been in the same firm for a year. On what grounds? All the grounds. What ship are we disagreeing on? Oh, the spoilers. The spoilers. Yeah. You can't talk about a ship I don't know about. You'll have to argue in the Discord and use spoiler tags. I see, but what about spoilers? I don't know anyone who had the new Rodian ID. I wish I had it though. Sanjo argued, flashes of light furiously bouncing off his glasses. No, Samjo, their hypothesis sounds plausible. I would have said the same. Anya, I'm sorry! We can't say it here. I'm too far behind. You'll have to save it. As soon as that ship comes up, you guys can duke it out in the comments.
당신들 뭔가 할 말이 있는 것이죠?
You have something to say, don't you, Mr. Donran?
저 해결사 집단들.
That group of fixers hasn't used regeneration ampules a single time since they came here.
지정신이 박힌 전투원이라면
Any sane combatant would kill to have
쓰여둘
those.
텐데 말이지.
한 가지 더 있다.
There was one more thing.
란이라는 자와
When we
마주쳤어.
encountered Ran,
저들만이 일정 거리를
they were
두는
distancing
행동을
themselves from her in
하고
advance.
걸.
The only explanation is that they knew there would be an explosion. The very instant they show up, I'm gonna explode. Good. Hey, shush, spoilers. She doesn't need to know that Pablo kills Don. Oh my god! New Rodion and Greg ID has sad wet cat energy. Wonderful energy. They were distancing the bit. Oh, bother. Why not consider the possibility that my intuition is just that keen? What if we weren't using the ampules because these buddies and I are built healthy? I brought a truth tablet just in case. I believe you if you testify the same after taking it. Truth tablet? That red thing? How can I take that suspicious looking drug?
너희는 선택의 여지가 없는 거 아닌가요?
Sorry, did you have a choice? Strange if you were. I would take the tablet or make more desperate excuses.
죄다 수틀린 것 마냥 의심을
So you're
지울
gladly
줄을
squandering your chances to clear yourselves of suspicion.
하는 것 같네요.
It's almost like you're asking to be killed.
아니면
Or did you decide to kill us and get away with it? I thought a researcher's job was writing papers, and here you are writing fiction. You are a deranged maniac. Nico raised his weapon and pointed at us. Showing your true selves now that you're cornered, eh? I even taught you my secret to winning at the slot machines, and this is how you return the favor? Question, which Sinner outfit would I look best in? I mean, they all look good. There's too many. I mean, obviously blood-covered and Claire, obviously. I mean, they're all pretty dapper and cool.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군.
Oh, no.
처리는 빠르게 하는 떼어내주지. 방법이지.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
I love it. I love the, like, agree to a truce for now. The shipping wars will have to wait.
불길 속으로.
The Hannah fit is good. A lot of people have the black. Hannah's one of the few that's like willing to rock the white. She got the glasses too. Because the nugget, I looked like Olga originally. That was the first nugget that looked like me. And then Mirane came out and I was like, oh, she's got the glasses as well. She's perfect. I'd love to see her in Limbus. Can we have a Mirane? Can we have a Mirane ID? Can we? But then if we were gonna get the attention of the Hannah Association in Limbus, then something's really gone wrong. Night-ish is wonderful. We love the saber vibes that come from that. I love it. I feel like the second Don or Hannah or Color ID Dons will implode. Traitor 2! Who are we using? Gregor!
최선을 다해볼게.
Wow. Hey shell, let's use the hey shell one. Let's do the shiny new ones. Why not? Hana, like, impurity. That takes, like,
잠깐.
year 3 or 4.
타임아웃이
Yeah,
필요할
it's gonna
것
take
같아요.
a long time before we see any Hana. Give me a second. I think we need to call a
오늘
timeout.
아침에 먹은 정어리가 좀 잘못되었는지
Might be the sardine I ate this morning. My stomach is aching. Like Ishmael's was.
대장님,
Boss,
그런 건 없어.
no such
다음은
thing.
뭐 분-
Sink is up next. Translation!
씨,
Shren.
슈.
She, what?
슈렌느 씨가 말해줬어요.
Shren told us something
이곳에 들어오면
while we
절대로,
were in here.
절대로
Don't
재생
ever
앰플만큼은
use regeneration
사용하지
ampules, no
말라고.
matter what. They weren't regeneration ampules, were they? They're the melty ones, aren't they? You! Hard! Saying that out loud. It's breaching the contract, you idiot.
슈렌느가 그렇게 말했다고?
Oh, that's so. Shren told you that. Why?
몰라요.
I don't know.
될 거라고 했는데.
She said we'll see in due time.
제일 간단한 방법이
Well, we have a simplest way to find out, don't we? After fiddling with a regeneration ampule in his hand, Dongrang made a sudden move. He quickly jabbed the ampule into the unguarded fixer's body like a dagger. And then he melted. The fixer tried to remove the ampule, but its contents had already entered the system. Ryoshu Mirane? Oh, that would be cool.
왜 그렇게
Why?
놀라요, 대장님?
Why do you look so
세상에
surprised, boss?
보지면
If
어떻게 되는 건데요?
what happens if an ampule is injected?
이거
This is weird. The fixer's limbs began to twist in strange angles. Then something started protruding through the flesh. Okay, that's not melting. Collapsed on the floor, the fixer tried to yell something, but failed to make any sound.
이거
Is it just me, or is this awfully familiar?
설마 그 벌레
Please,
소리를
you
기억하는
don't really
사람이
think you're the only one who remembers that bug den, do you, Greg, babe? Resembling larvas or snails.
이런.
Oh dear.
그만하자.
Let's
내가
stop here.
너무 많은 사람을 끌어들였나 봐.
I dragged too many people into this.
뭐 돈에 혹
Well, it was my decision to take the deal for money. Dearie me.
이럴 줄 알았으면
Should have gone on a bigger spree yesterday if I'd known it would come to this. Very, very pleasant.
이 기회에
Joy.
지휘 실력을
So they're making bugs?
어쩌겠지 잘
Truly a hard.
그렇게 시원하게 처리해주거나 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
Index of Dawn following prescripts as if they were divine commands? That would be so good. That has to be a thing. But Roger calls many people babe. She loves it. She loves everyone. But you probably could ship Roger with almost everyone. She's just so nice. But she is practically married to Gregor, that much is for certain. Whether you want to take it as romantic or platonic, these two are definitely close. That much is for sure. How much have we got? Big yawns. Big yawn, little yawn cardboard box. Big yawn, little yawn cardboard box. We did the regret last time. Should we do 7 association? That sounds like fun. I haven't used that one before. Let's go.
현장에서 직접 했죠.
You ship Roger with money and any good mental health, but also Gregor. Yes.
불길 속으로.
Props to Nico. He gets told it's out of control. You should probably leave and goes, yeah, but the money though. Yeah, I mean, have used this ID before. I just forget. This is Dante. Dante ID.
차가 식기 전에.
Was Dante 7 Association? I don't know. Was that Dante? Shipping Roger with the city of Speak.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Yep. Shipping Roger with the roulette. Shipping Roger with poker. Shipping Roger with a deck of cards. Not that Dante. Dante. Ruiner Dante, not Limbus Dante. Ruiner Dante. No, Limbus Dante. Ruiner Dante, not Devil May Cry Dante. Too many Dantes. Far too many Dantes. I actually haven't used a Yi Sang for a while.
어련히 가겠지.
You're much more superior spice bushes. The Rising Pointless Student. Fuck it. Fuck it, that one. Go. Yee.
이거 참
Devil May Dante. Ruiner Dante is Limbus Dante, for real, for real. Maybe. Devil May Quick. The Dante who sold Limbus Company. The Dante who did the thing of the Dante and the stuff. Hi, fans! I kind of see Roger's dynamic with Greg, like the big sister. I'm gonna piss you off, but there's not a whole lot you can do with that. I feel like she's like that with a lot of people, where it's like she's the mum, but she's like only mum because your actual mum kind of dumped you on her, and she's doing her best, kind of thing. That's the way I see Roger. I don't like. She's motherly, but she's not the most responsible mum. She's the mum that gets like child support payments and spends them on a nice haircut and goes, shit, I have to pay for the kids' things. Yeah, I forgot about that. Why not energy? Yes, that's what she has. What's the weirdest thing you read of your own free will? The weirdest thing I read of my own free will? Uninvited Guests fan fiction. It was the weirdest and most hilarious thing I've ever read in my life. It was a Bleach fan fiction. One of the first fan fictions I ever read, and it was great. We love random bullshit you say. Making my shitty builds playable. We love it indeed. Hello, Chase! Haven't slept yet. I'm probably going to randomly drop into sleep, but came to remind you, boss. You are a nerd. That is all. Your message has been received. Please go to sleep. I'm gonna run out of stuff. I have a box, though. We're okay. Do we have any more different supports? Let's go fire Yi Sang.
시험해볼 기회구려. 어머, 부탁드려요.
Roger is cool. Why not? Roger is definitely cool. Why not?
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠.
Have I run Lament Sang yet? No, I haven't. If I see him, we'll put him in next. Flow of the Sword. I remember that move. I remember that card. While Pergy, while Pergy, while Pergy, while Pergy. It's Sol. Oh yeah, we have run Solemn Lament Yi Sang. Yes. I don't recognize the words sometimes, but we get that. I love it because I love the ding 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 ding. It's one of the most satisfying sounds in this whole season of game. Did I say whole season of game? I meant series of games. Series of games. Most satisfying sound, that ding ding. Bing! Very much lamenting sounds. Coin dings and gun dings. Coin dings are pretty good. But I much prefer Gundings.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모없지 않았군요. 먼저 빠진다. 적합한 조치였습니다.
Oh, hi, Nico. Would you like to die, Nico? That would be great. Then we'll kill your employer, and then we'll be good. Ding 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 ding. Heathcliff retreated. Honglu is now empowered. Yay! They're a good team. What are any Honglu ships? Do we have any Honglu ships? I don't think we do. He's kind of just like a floaty guy. He just lives. Honglu has a wife. Oh, he's married? Ryoshu Honglu, Naruhodo. Alright, care to give us an explanation, Shren? Shren blankly looked at Don Rang, her face wooden as if she'd forgotten how to make expressions. Since when did you join their side?
대단하다.
You really are something. You don't even act surprised.
벤틀도 없이 멀쩡히 살아나는
Employees can be brought back to life with the ampules, huh?
너무
This wasn't in the plans. It's not fair.
연구실에서 네가 따라가겠다고
When I
했을
asked
때
you why you volunteered
이유를
to
내고
follow me at the laboratory, you told me this.
동료가 셋이나
3 of
죽었어.
my co-workers died.
우리 쪽에서 죽은 사람들은
5 of us
셋이나
died in that
다섯이야.
attack.
해방 연합에서
3 is
죽은
the number of
사람들 숫자가
casualties
셋이었어.
the Technology Liberation Alliance suffered. Da da da. Honglu slept with half the cast of his book. Oh my. Oh good lord. Well, I hope he's not like this in this universe.
아, 그리고
Oh, I checked your network history too.
뭐야?
You did what?
가능했어?
You're allowed to do that? So they keep telling you it takes a full day and night after to name all the benefits of the best employee.
그 망할 놈의 최우수.
It's stupid best to try again.
란 선배랑 엄청 긴밀하게 메일을 주고받았다.
Hello Zlago, welcome.
무슨 내용이었어?
I saw that you exchanged tons of mail with Ran, even after she left. What was that about? You wouldn't reply to a single one I sent asking to go grab a coffee together. I do suppose you've respected Ran ever since you joined. Even your password was set as Miss Yoren. How was... She's a fangirl? You never played it? You should pick it up. It's free. It's good shit. It's good plot. Tasty plot. Keep getting ads for Hispanic company.
아니,
Wait, is this all true?
이해가 안 됩니다.
I don't understand. K-Corp's research institutes are the best workplace you could ask for as a scientist. It's a stable job. Cares about employee well-being and has limelight of the academy.
그런데
So am I, Zlago. So am I. But it's okay. We'll suffer together. But why would you turn your back on it and collude with these terrorists? I saw you as a researcher with a promising future. You had a long way to go compared to Mr. Don Rang, but still.
그래, 수련네.
Yeah, Shren. Why didn't you say it yourself?
왜 저들과
Why did you
뜻을
decide to
합작했어?
collude with them? Oh. Is this gonna be a, Ace Attorney level crash out? I hope so.
눈물이 멈추지 않으니
The tears won't stop. You
너라면 무슨 뜻인지 알겠지?
know what that means, right? Ryoshu? We couldn't hear the rest of what Shirene was trying to say. At first, it looked like a thin, red line was drawn on her body. When we realized that it wasn't just a line.
이봐, 슈레네 씨.
Shirene? Now she's Shirene. Yeah. Cut clean in half, fluid splashed from the severed hemispheres of her brain, as if to convey that regeneration ampules won't heal this. Shut your mouths and keep still. Don't even breathe. The people who slew Shirene along the wall behind her, without letting even their footsteps be heard, were... Oh, so it wasn't Ryoshu. I just assumed that was Ryoshu. Oh, thank you, Slacko. Appreciate it. I hope you achieve your goals too, Slacko. I hope you the best. No, half the people's reaction was to go, God damn it, Ryoshu! I love everyone assumed it was Ryoshu. Glad I'm not alone. Fixers insanely treading shadows. I'll give you the honor of being called FITS. Fixers who work like that should belong to She Association. An association of fixers that exclusively take assassination requests. They most likely aren't ones we could fight and defeat. Eugene? It depends on how much they were paid and what section they are from, but in this case, seeing that only Ryoshu was able to pick up the hints of their presence, they most certainly won't be amateurs from section 5 or 6. Shren, why? She mentioned Eugene will come back. Trust, this is not becoming Eugene. Gone already. Ryoshu clicked her tongue and complained about the assassin's retreat, even though I couldn't hear or see them at all. How ridiculous. Torn by inner conflict. Senior researcher Ran was Shirene's mentor when she first joined the firm. Looked like their bond lasted much longer than I thought. She will be good next WAP! She will be good next WAP! Place your cope and Walpy Nights. I will cope! Cope, Walpy Nights, Eugene! Walpy Nights, Eugene! Walpy Nights, Eugene! You see, Dante, we were peers working for the same firm. And there's still collusion and fraternity. Betrayal, division, conveyance. It happens in any group. I guess it's an inescapable cycle. Not sure there's any point in telling me this. Cool, my bro. Say, how much do you trust your sinners? I'm sorry, what? You know virtually nothing about them, do you? Much like how they couldn't know everything about Shirene, am I right? Am I wrong? You don't even know which one. Which is the one that has a history with me. Yi sang! I know! I could figure it out. I'm smart. Ish. Oh, lordy. Didn't expect that. A red line. That's a hell of a red line. I'm gonna go on a quick BRB. Very quick. Promise. Quick. Reunion! With who? Kissing reunion? Smooching? Looks like we're almost there. I can see the golden borough resonating nearby. It appears we're nearing the target location. That's good. The photos and awards I left should still be there.
연구 기밀 문서도요.
Oh my Gioni, it's Bryony! Yeah, it is! Classified research documents as well, Mr. Donrang. Yisad. Yisang picks up an ampule Shrene dropped from the floor and carefully examines it.
친절하네요. 주워줄 필요까지는 없었는데.
How kind of you to have. How kind of you. You didn't have to pick that up.
가꾸려.
It's the same.
이 재생 앰플.
This regeneration ampule.
아까 K사의 싸움꾼들과
Its number
기계들이
abides the
맞닿을
same
때
rule as the
이
decay
스마일양에게
ampules
강제로 주입되었던
that was forcibly
동료의
administered
무기가
to Miss
있던 것과
Ishmael in the
동일한
earlier
규칙이라는
scuffle
거예요.
between K-Corp's brawlers and the invading machines.
그건 시리얼 넘버라고 하는 겁니다. 앰플을 분류하는
That's what's
고유
called a
넘버인
serial
것이죠.
code. It's a
앞자리가
unique string of
오면
numbers that
오리지널,
categorize
부족한.
ampules.
이걸
Ones
왜
that start with
설명해
O are original. Wait, why am I explaining this again?
오리지널.
Original.
이스마일 양에게 주입되었던
Identical to the
동료의
decay
무기 역시
ampule injected to Miss
본질
Ishmael.
재생
So,
앰플과
it
다르지
suggests
않아
that its essence was no different from that of the regeneration ampule.
이 재생 앰플은 뭐랄까 정제되지
This
않은
series of
원소.
regeneration ampules
대중적인
is,
재생
well,
앰플과는
how do I
좀
say it?
달라요.
It's an undiluted solution. It's not exactly like the commercially available ones. I'm not bold. Where are these bold accusations coming from?
지금 무슨 생각을 하고 있어요?
What are you thinking right now?
아무것도.
Nothing. Too much, most likely. When someone says nothing and sighs, they're thinking about too much. Also, this whole scene is really nice. I like how that was done. We got the reflection of the eye and then him through the thing. Nice. Well done.
나를 언제부터
Very cool.
알아봤어?
When did you first recognize me?
닭들을 사육하는 장면을
Since you showed
보고
us
있을
the
때부터.
chickens in captivity.
연구실만 보여줘도 충분했을
It would have
일을
sufficed to give your visitors a cursory tour, yet you insisted on showing your personal laboratory. It's basically super penicillin. Some amount is good for you, but you eat the mold it comes from and you die. That's basically how a lot of medicine works. We as humans got really good at figuring out just how much poison we need to get better.
맞아.
You're right.
다른 사람은 몰라도
I don't know about the others, but I
내게는
wanted you to
내
see
성과와
the
성공을
demonstrable
당당하게
proof of
보여주고
my
싶었어.
success. I'm still sad though.
그래도 섭섭하네.
You probably had plenty of time to express
오랜만에
your joy
재회하는
of reuniting with this old friend of
감격하는
yours.
인사를 건넬 시간은
곁에 남은 벗은
It is my thought that I no longer have companions by my side.
변한 게 없구나.
You haven't changed.
넌 예전부터
You've always enjoyed
소중한 걸
keeping
병수로만
precious things in
간직한지
bottles and
소중한 걸
watching them.
지켰지.
그대는
So everything
그걸
works, not just
밖으로
medicine.
내보이고
True.
싶어 견딜 수 없어 하였고
And you're intent on releasing and showing them.
거실하였는가?
Didst thou say companions? I must say, Yisang, many reunions with thy companions do await thee on this journey.
지난번에도 그
In an expedition past, the one wearing a tinted eyewear did confront thee.
아하.
So you've
제대의
already
기쁨은
had a reunion to
이미 늦었던 모양이군요.
celebrate.
그리하여
No wonder you're so detached with me.
나와야겠다.
How troubling for you,
어떡하지?
though.
아직 한 명 더 남아 있는 모양인데.
Looks like there'll be another you have to face. What do you mean?
슈렌네의 밀고로 조직원들은
I
이
thought everyone had made their
공간을
escapes
다
thanks to Shrene's stitching.
그건 아니었나 보네.
But I suppose that wasn't the case. Someone walks in, exuding a suffocatingly thick scent of flowers. Holding a bright golden branch in her hand, an object now familiar to me. She had a worn monochrome photograph in the other hand.
잘 나온 사진이야.
It's a
이제
fine
세상에 단
photograph.
하나밖에 남지 않았지.
Only one of this shot remains in the world now. So many old friends and not one to greet me with delight. I'm not surprised on Rang. Did you really have friends, or you just have people you talk to?
사진 돌려주지 않겠어?
Won't you give me that picture back? It may not look like it, but it's a cherished treasure of mine.
동랑님,
Mr. Dong Rang, you shouldn't get close to her. It's dangerous. All troops, do not carelessly approach her. The Golden Borough may be destroyed. I agree with it.
파우스트가 금방
Faust will come up with a way to retrieve it in no time. Why do we keep running into problems that a good pummeling can't solve? This is right infuriating. Everyone yells and shouts with their own goal in mind. Regardless of the noise, the person with the golden borough steadily walks in this way. However, instead of going for Don Rang,
그리고 향긋한 그 냄새.
a piquant and fragrant smell made me feel as though the ground was sinking. Did she stab him with the golden borough? She plunged the golden borough into her hand into Yi Sang's chest. Yes, she did. Yi Sang collapsed to the ground. I didn't think you would end up choosing him before my eyes. Yi Sang!
이건 돌려줄게.
You can't have this back.
사진 따위.
A photograph
손으로 박지 않고
is nothing
찍지
more
않으면
than a taxidermed moment. Dong bake. Even while drenched in blood, the golden borough still glows. Who dis? This is an interesting little group. Yeah, Yi Sang has a storied history. So is this the lady that had the golden borough, maybe? Obviously this is Yi Sang. Look at, he's got a smile! He was a cutie! Who dis? You have a face, therefore you must be important. Is this Dante? Maybe? Gubo. Gubo on the far right. I see. Gubo. And then obviously that's Don Rang, Don Beck, and Yi Sang. Gubo, we saw him in Canto 1, which... I have not read Leviathan. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. The faded monochrome photograph slowly falls to the floor. And yeah. Well, we have the golden borough. Well, that was the easiest golden borough we've ever needed to achieve. We don't even need to go into a dungeon now, right? We can just skip the dungeon. It's fine. We don't need a dungeon. Well, the one with Hongle's brother. Hongle. Yeah, with Honglu's brother and Gregor's mum.
그때를 생각하면
Thinking back to those days, I felt as though I had been afloat all the time then.
그래.
Yes, I was enduring life with the feeling of flying in the sky.
견디고 있었지.
Dungeon skip, just get murdered by a turnip. That's only part 1! What? We have the golden borough! Canto over, right? Roll credits!
그랬기에 나는
Thus, I had been living without knowing for certain if I truly had wings,
모르고 살았던
or if I
것이.
was a mere half-wit.
이상 또 잠 안 자고
이상.
연구한 거야?
Did you stay up all night working on your research again? I keep telling you, skipping sleep will get you killed.
쟤는 우리랑 달라.
Don Beck.
잠이
There's something else. Remember how he'd forget to eat or sleep when he got into something.
됐어, 동백.
Can't be helped, Don Beck.
이번 낭수는
So, what do you plan
어떤 걸
to
우리한테
show
보여주시나요?
us at this Illuminators
그렇게
conference?
밤낮을 버리고
I can't help but
연합
look forward to
없이
something you've been
기대를 안
working
하려고
on
그럴 수는
tirelessly in your
없단 말이야.
room. Wings are an important metaphor. 나르호도.
이번에 나는
This time I have made something I call the mirror.
만들어 보았어. 그래서 언제나
Thus, it has always remained unclear. So this is when he made the mirror for the IDs, I
내가
assume.
그날을 후회하는지
Unsure if I regret that day,
감기하는지조차
or reminisce it fondly. Sang. Yi-sang. You're right? Yi-sang's eyes slowly opened. Their lives are so easily light, so easily recoverable. I see. You have reversed my death as you always do. He created the gamba. I have invented gatcha. And then the whole city fell apart. Yi-sang discovered mirror worlds, yeah. A flash of light burst out of the golden burrow, right as it pierced his chest, blinding everyone for a moment. And Dong Beck had disappeared in the meantime. The smiles the people in the photograph made at each other were now nowhere to be seen. Hello, CG9 Yee Yee, welcome. And Don Rang cast his eyes into emptiness, reviewing the situation we got into.
동백은 틀림없이 저를
I'm
때릴
sure Don
생각을
Beck's
기다리고
plan was to
있었을
stab
거예요.
me.
저에게 K사
Shrene and Ran
직원들에게
probably told her
저를
that
보살이 있다는 건
I brought help from the
출연료와
outside.
란중에
Oh,
이상이 있다는
ow!
것은
Rude.
몰랐을 테니까.
But she couldn't have known that Yi-sang would be one of them.
아, 일부러
Ah, so you brought Yi-sang here on purpose?
음,
You asking me if I invited him as a meat shield, knowing that I'd be ambushed? As excellent as my ability to predict the course of events is, I'm no prophet.
결과적으로는 잘 됐습니다.
What do birds taste like? One seems kind of bloody. Ah, headbutts, yay! Either way, things went in our favour. The assault was clearly made with intent to kill. What did you just... You can't be serious. A colleague of ours got stabbed to death for your boss, and you're taking it like everything went well? Hello, Adage, like McDonald's Sprite, I'd imagine. Yeah.
저희 쪽에서 신체적 손해를 배상해야 할 부분은 없지 않습니까?
It's not our responsibility to compensate for any injuries, is it? If this has left psychological scars, you are free to demand compensation, but please know that the procedures will be rather complex.
아니 그러니까 지금 대기하는 말이
No, my problem is how you're describing this whole thing. Leave the matter there.
아픈 것은 한
I do not feel an ounce of pain,
그러니
so you have
그만두시오.
no need to pursue this matter further. When I turn the clock, every consequence is reversed. Torn clothing, bloodied stains, even the smallest scars are undone. But that doesn't make the cause of those damages something that never happened. Which is why I have to ask. Are you sure you're okay, Yi-sang? Yi-sang shut down my last attempt to inquire with a simple yes, so I couldn't try again until now. That man named Gubbo had no problem raising his weapon against Yi-sang while claiming to be his compatriot.
그래.
See,
궁금했겠군.
he must have been rather curious. This time he didn't seem to have any intent to dodge my question.
한때 나는
I was once part of an organization named the League of Nine. Gubbo, Don Rang, and Don Beck, the one who stabbed my chest. Those faces you have seen were members of it as well, manager. However, it disbanded and scattered one day. Each of us was flown away into our own path. That was all there was to it.
뭐야? 그
Oh,
뿌리라기엔
what?
너무 많이 빠진 것 같은데.
That's like your story's missing a ton of details, you know.
여차저차해서 헤어졌고
You broke up 'cause
어쩌다가
things
서로의
happened
팔을
and
휘두르는 사이가
now you're
돼버린
pointing
거야?
knives at each other?
이런가?
Like, is that it?
아니면 처음부터
Or maybe they were never friends at all.
그저 순간이요.
It was no more than a moment.
뿐이라 함이 썩
I believe my
들어갔소.
testimony to be apt for a time, as transient as that. He seems so tired. I look forward to finding out more. He started talking a lot. He hasn't turned into a chatterbox just yet, but I had the feeling that he'd soon become more talkative. I was reminded of Faust mentioning once that he was never really the quiet sort. Are you really sure you're okay, Yi-sang?
언제나 괜찮았소.
I have always been okay. If that was his true nature, then this might not be a bad thing. Still, my feelings say that I should care for his well-being. From your recent memory, have you had any particularly happy or painful moments or something like that?
그대
You are devoting an unusual degree of attention to me
내게
today.
관심이 많구려.
While it does not please me, I will
썩
give you an
달갑지는 않아.
answer. Your
그대가
demeanor
평소와
is
상이하니 내
quite unlike the
대답을
usual.
해주겠소.
Since your demeanor is
곧
quite unlike the
대답
usual. If I were to choose, the happiest occasion in Reese's memory would be when we held an Illuminators conference.
가장
And the
절망스러운
most hopeless one would be
그대를 처음 만난
at the forest where I first met you.
그곳에서
Yi-sang's League of Evil Exes.
목숨이 재생되던 순간
The very moment my life resumed when I was certain that it had ended there.
그리고 지금이요.
Another such moment is now.
변치 않고
I am once again
세상은
realizing
언제나
that this
완벽하다는
regeneration is ever so
깨닫게 되는
flawless,
지금.
unchanging.
어찌 대답이 되었는가?
I hope that sates your curiosity. This depresso is sad that he's immortal right now!
이제
Now,
걸어내야 하지
should we
않겠소?
not be on our way?
갈 길이 멀어
I see a
보이는
long
것 같소.
road ahead of us. As he walked ahead, I could almost see it. Although the wound was perfectly erased, there was still a hole in his chest, wide open with no signs of mending. I didn't even notice! I might have to go back to that CG now, because I did not notice the ass. I was too into the feelings of the thing to notice the bakery. I need to go check out the bakery. 1 second. Theater. Main story. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. It's not bad, it's not that. I was expecting more. With your reactions, I was expecting more ass than that. It's a good bakery, I'm not gonna lie. That's some good bread. But I am very focused. I like the melancholy mood. I think it's... Obviously, the last Canto was straight up like despair and disaster and ah! So I think this is just having a bit of melancholy and depresso it's a good vibe. You don't have to lie to him. He's flat as a board. Yeah. I was expecting more. I was expecting more cake. There's some bread. Not a bakery dough. Continue! I love the edits the community made. They've made it much larger. I would love to see them. Entazirado! I've heard legends of Goddess of Victory Nike. I've seen screenshots and I don't know if they're real because good lord. espresso cake prevents cake from rising. Oh dear. It seems a radio communication device was installed in this branch. His phone was intensely vibrating, as though the call set it on fire. Yes, I understand. I'll return right away. It seems the laboratory has been raided again. Oh, they're real? They're very real? Oh my god. Then that's probably one of the horniest games I've ever seen. There are apparently more terrorists this time, on a fiercer offense than before. So the commotion earlier was a distraction to keep us here. This could have easily been prevented if it weren't for your collusion. Altis lashed out in frustration. It does feel rather strange. I think this is the first time that we've been going through a lobotomy cult branch without facing a single abnormality. That's true indeed. Those we did see were resting still in their eggs. The bounders from Tech Liberation, whatever, must have got some way to put abnormalities in their eggs without lifting hand, eh? Can we have it? Though we have to see the details with our own eyes, if they really do have the technology to revert abnormalities to their inactive forms, it's certain that they possess the technologies to achieve more. Well, sounds like you've gotta look out, Dongrang, bud. Miss Faust isn't one to say ominous stuff for nothing, you know. It'll work out somehow. In our group is K-Corp's most successful researcher, and better yet, two of the greatest geniuses in the city. Is he talking about himself and Faust and Yisang? People don't normally refer to themselves like that. Beep, beep. I had a nap today. I shouldn't be this tired. I had a nappy wappy so that I wouldn't be the sleepy weepy, but I am in fact a little bit sleepy weepy still, and it's awful. I'm an old lady and I'm always bloody tired. La 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 la. As soon as we got back to the lobby, we could see panic-struck employees run before Don Rang and Samjo. Mr. Don Rang, a moment, please! You've all turned pale. Pardon me for a moment. Solemn sang, yes! Ding, 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 ding. The situation looks pretty tense. It's kind of awkward to stand still like this. As I meandered in the lobby, murmuring meaningless things to myself, Don Quixote scuttled to a shelf. I just had the most adorable image of a literal scuttling Don Quixote, just like crab crawling across the ground. Oh ho! What manner of books are these? The pictures glitter brightly. Sounding a merry hum, she picked up a storybook. I peeked at the book she opened. Yi Sang also turned his gaze towards the book, possibly bothered by something about it. Soon a golden haze unfolded. Once upon a time, when everyone had their heads down and fixed on the ground, there was a person who looked up into the sky. In their eyes were twinkling stars. You want to see things she didn't? Don is attracted to children's storybook. Connecting the nameless stars no one else would look at. The person gave them names and made up stories as they liked. Stories are like skeins of thread without an end. They're drawn and woven together in an effort to find meaning from meaninglessness. All kinds of stories in the world, happy and sad, circle the night sky. Then one day, the person's family fell deeply sick, their life nearing its end. Like any other day, the person spoke into the sky about the grief they felt. And then, a droplet of water fell onto the person's head. Looking up, the person found the constellation talking to them.
내게 이름을 붙이고
Dear person who
이야기를
named me
만들어준 자야.
and gave me a
나는
story,
너를 통해
thanks to
지상에
you I was
던져지고
cast
시간이
onto the
떠밀려져
land and
세상을
pushed
느낄 수
by the
있었단다.
flow of time, feeling the world in full.
별은
Did you
너의
know
소망을
that
이뤄줄
the
수
stars
있다는
can
걸
grant wishes?
알고 있니? 내가 내리는 눈물이
The
네
tears
아픔을
shed
씻겨내어
will
줄
clear you of your pain.
그리고 나서 세상엔
Afterwards, rain
하루 반나절
fell
동안
onto the
비가
world,
내렸습니다.
and for a day and a
그
half,
비를 맞은 자들은
everyone caught in the
모두
rain
씻은 듯이
was all
나았습니다.
healed up.
병을 앓던 그의
The
가족도
person's ill family recovered to
건강을
health too.
되찾았답니다. 이제
Since
그와
then,
그의
the
가족들,
person and their
도시의
family, as
사람들은
well as all the
매일
residents of the
밤마다
city,
다
have
같이
looked
하늘을
up
보며
at the sky and
행복에
talked
대한
about
이야기를
happiness every night.
계속한다고 합니다. 그래서였군요.
That explains
회사의
it.
고유 문화 중
I
하나가
read that
매년
Nest
특정
K
달에
has a
비가 오면
custom of
사람들이
walking
우산 없이
outside
밖으로
without an
나가서
umbrella
비를
to
맞는
stand
거라는데.
in the rain on the night of a certain month every year. Don't tell me, am I alone in this again? Have none of you checked out the pamphlet guide to K-Corp's Nest and back streets until now? No one? Hello, Maiden, welcome.
아, 그거.
Oh, that thing! I used mine to whack some bugs. So, gotta get a new one. Does this look like a time to be joking around, Roger? It's always the time to be joking around with Roger. Roger didn't look like she was joking at all, but Ishmael seemed unaware of it. Bug murderer, yes. How rude to Gregor. I know, right? She nearly killed Pablo with that thing.
그런데 이 이야기
By the way, that story
재생 앰플이랑도 맥락이
feels
비슷해
similar
보이지
to
않나요?
what the regeneration ampules does, doesn't it?
비를 맞으면 씻은 듯이
That
건강해진다는
rain
게
restores you to health? Yeah, so you're trying to say it was made from rains dropped by
아니, 그
stars?
전에 물 같은 게 아니라
Wait, it was nanobots, not watery stuff in the first place. What do you think, Faust?
전 연구자예요.
I am a woman of science. I prefer judgment based on facts over metaphors.
이러한
This so-called analysis and interpretation of stars and clouds
저보다는
might be an area
기술자가
Yisang is more familiar with.
그이는 같은
Foreshadowing is a
인생이지만
literary device.
저와는 또 다르니까요.
He's a researcher like me, but we're not quite the same. Yeah, he likes to get poetic sometimes.
어서 올라가 봐야겠어요.
We'd better hurry. The situation
상황이
seems pretty
많이
serious.
이번엔 연구실이 아니라
I hear they managed to storm all the way into rooms where experiments were conducted this time.
그런데 여기는 너무 평화롭지
Does this place not seem too peaceful for such a dire predicament? I see nary a man running away.
대피 명령은 내려진 것
It
같습니다.
does appear that there's been an evacuation order.
지난번에
However,
여러분도
as you
보았다시피
witnessed last time, this is not the first emergency that occurred this week. They might have worried that evacuating again could disrupt the 70-hour work week policy. 70-hour work week? Makes me want to die. Working in this kind of place is not easy, huh?
이해가 안 되는 건 어떻게
I
습격할
don't
수 있다는 거지?
get it. How was this attack possible? It didn't seem like a structure that would allow intruders to sneak into the room
시간이
undetected.
없으니까 올라가면서
We're
설명.
running short on time, so explain as we go up.
이 우리가
Object.
같이 올라가야
Give
하는
one
이유를
reason
한
we
가지
should go
있다.
with you. Indeed, the contract has been fulfilled.
맞아요.
That's true, but as much as I want to give you the borough to give the borough to you, it's been taken before our eyes. Reconnection successful! We're back. We're back. We should be back. Wow. Sorry. How dare you mine Bitcoin on my PC? That's just... We should be back. Sorry, guys. Are we back? We should be good. Sorry about that. OBS is having a moment, apparently. Just hold on a little bit longer, OBS, okay? We haven't got that much longer left of the stream. SA! Sexual assault? Sinclair!
삼조 씨.
Mr. Samjo, she wants answers. S A.
삼조 씨.
Samjo, she says she'll assail you this time.
틀렸어.
Wrong, I said I'll assail him right now.
긴급 상황입니다.
This is an emergency, an emergency! You should go upstairs, quickly. Let's hurry along for now, Ryoshu. I'll show sangria, I swear it. There were 11 people mining Bitcoin on my PC. I'd rather you guys not do that. And if you're gonna do that, super chat it back to me, okay? If you're gonna mine Bitcoin on my PC, take 50% of the profits for yourself, but super chat the 50% of the profits back to me, okay? Appreciate it. Samjo urgently sent us upstairs. The hallway that was clean and calm hours ago has now turned into a complete mayhem, filled with screams and fleeing people. A researcher was crying and clinging to someone who appeared to be a Liberation Alliance member. Help me! Mr. Don Rang, please save me!
제 직원이
My staff member is begging for help. Wouldn't you consider letting them go?
원하는 게 정보라면 내어 드릴게요.
If it's intelligence you want, I'll give it to you. We were planning to go out for a staff dinner tomorrow, and the restaurant is booked. Da da da! Yay! Thank you for your Bitcoin profits. Heart, like. We were planning to go out for staff dinner tomorrow, and the restaurant. Hey, more Bitcoin profits! Thank you for your Bitcoin profits! Yay! And the restaurant we booked serves such a delicious meat. It'd be rather unfortunate if the smell awaiting us tomorrow came from incense sticks at a funeral instead of meat on a grill, wouldn't you agree? Intelligence. We have no need for it. It is, it's paying off. By all means. Mine that Bitcoin if it pays off for me too. Ha, you're willing to walk in unarmed now? What happened to your robots that did the fighting for you wimps? We have no need to bring our robots either. I see plenty of useful looking ones here. Are you trying to... We were ordered to exercise terrorists, target all parts.
저희 쪽 숫자가 훨씬 많아요.
We outnumber them by a wide margin. It might be a little unfair, but it seems like we won't have any trouble beating them. Miss Rand's extensive Miss Rand's experience was hijacking machines. She was more experienced in hacking than fighting. Welcome, here at K-Corp, we value your safety above all else. Wait, what's... For everyone's safety, deserters attempting to flee from battle will be injected with decay ampule according to regulatory rules. The ampule will be launched if you leave a 120-meter radius of the combat area. You are now 49 meters away from the perimeter. Shoot. If you do not attack the enemy within the next 5 seconds, the decay ampule will be administered according to regulatory rules. You have 4 seconds remaining. Wait, are we the enemy now? Damn it. We've got no choice. Why? I don't want to get hit by a decay ampule. I want to live. Current status. No deserters detected. All status green. Please stand in line for regeneration ampules. I see. They're weighing their lives with ours. Not unlike what we do. Please permit us to engage. Got it. Oh lord. The drones got hacked, indubitably. That's terrible. Time to beat everyone up! Yay! Ding 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 ding. Yeah, I kind of don't blame them for wanting to avoid the bad side of these bots. Not a good thing. Yes, I'll all over again. That animation is very satisfying. I love it so much. Pew, 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 pew. Now we're big gun bros. Between us, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 guns.
한바탕 해볼까?
Nearly 1 gun per person, but not quite. I would like more guns, please. American Dream just like two more guns, yeah. I have more units with guns. That's true. I should level some units with guns just so I can have a theme. However, that's something that I'll have to consider next week for 2 reasons. One, because we're out. I would have to use a box to carry on at this point. My energy lasted perfectly for 2 hours, but for now, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for everyone for coming. LCC Bishi and LCC Braille. LCC. We got Ego. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone in chat. Thank you anyone who lurked. And thank you to anyone who watched the VOD. I really appreciate you coming, no matter which way you decide to enjoy my content. If you have not already, I would also highly appreciate if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're on Twitch and you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you could give the channel a cheeky little follow. I did some shilling during the stream, but we're going to do a little bit of shilling now, because if you've done all that and you've joined the Discord and you've done all that, then I would appreciate it if you have some extra cash. Again, no pressure if you don't, by supporting me in other ways. I will be having an audiobook coming out soon. It's currently in review. I've uploaded all the files and it's in review for Amazon now. So that will be on Audible soon, hopefully, assuming they don't find any issues with it. I'm a little nervous because it's the first one I've ever made. But hopefully it all comes out okay and I don't have to do any corrections. But I will let you know. Hello, Roland! You're a little late, Roland, because we're finishing today, but thank you so much for popping in anyway. So, if you'd like to support me then you have the extra cash there, and ways you can do that via YouTube membership, like emotes, exclusive streams, Discord channel, merch discounts. There is an exclusive stream coming up this Thursday. I'm still not sure what I'm doing, but we'll do something, I swear. There's the Patreon where you get short stories with the same exclusive stream, merch discounts and free books. That is the Kofi, where if you like my emotes, you can commission me to draw some for you. And there is the merch store where you can get ebooks, version copies of the books that I've written, a notebook, a pillow, a potato. That's my dice. I thought it was a picture of the potatoes. No, a potato, a crochet potato, and stickers. So check all those out. There's also an Etsy for Brownie Rose Crafts, where there's some other crochet goods. But that is all I have for you for today. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I will see you guys on... Nope. That's what I wanted. I didn't want the starting screen. I will see you guys on Thursday if you're coming to the exclusive stream. If not, I will see you guys on Sunday, where we will continue finding out fascinating things about Pompeii. But until then, I had fun. Yes, Dermot, unfortunately, bad timing, but thank you for trying to pop in anyway, because I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bridie Rose Smith, live in the Forbidden Library. Good